Alright. You're gonna hear an echo soon. If you don't hear it already. Pop, pop, pop. I doubt. Echo soon. If you don't hear it already. I guess it sounds fine. Pop, pop, pop. I doubt. Alright, echo should be gone. This one actually sort of fits into the frame, so I don't have to put the chat in there. Let's start.
This must be the place. Professor Ubier's house.
Looks pretty creepy. I'd been away from Paris and hadn't seen Nico for nearly 6 months. I wanted to celebrate our reunion, but she had other plans, an appointment with an archaeologist. Something to do with a Mayan stone she came across while researching a story. The guy who answered the door didn't look much like an archaeologist to me. I had a bad feeling about this.
Alright, Ren Puma. A spider!
I glanced over the books, vaguely hoping to find a copy of How to Deal with Poisonous Spiders While Tied to a Chair. No such luck. But I noticed one corner of the bookcase was supported by a loose block of wood. The bookcase was too big and heavy to move.
Yes, I realize.
Maybe
Splat.
I'd been a little heavy-handed, but it was a question of survival. Of course, I was still tied to a chair in a burning house with no means of escape. With one mighty bound, our hero was free. Now, I had to deal with that fire.
Let's calmly walk over here.
It was a stylish little canvas number containing a lipstick, a handwritten note, and a pair of nylon panties with a large love heart emblazoned across the front. It occurred to me that Nico's tastes must have really changed while I was away.
So that girl was
They
Nico.
could be useful.
She looks terrible. She doesn't look so much like Angelina Jolie
That
anymore.
dart was sharper than a mosquito's business end. But this didn't deter me from getting it anyway. I'd already ransacked Nico's handbag, and besides which, the color didn't suit me.
Oh, we got our
It was a pair
panties.
of red, lace-trimmed panties decorated with a large black satin heart.
I like how he says panties.
It was a pair of red, lace-trimmed panties decorated with a large black satin heart.
Let's just look at everything while the house burns down.
Nice couple.
What? She looks like a maniac.
The photograph wasn't any use to me.
Oh.
I wasn't touching that spider goo.
Oh.
The rope was shredded and no possible use to me. I had no time to sit around.
Oh, whatever. Oh, I can actually cancel the actions now. Welcome back, Ran Puma. We're the Puma Man. We're kind of just calmly looking around the house while the house is burning down. I'm trying to find some cardboard to put it out.
I wasn't going to touch the box after that spider had been inside it.
Oh, never mind. He won't put it out with cardboard.
There was no pressure in the siphon. I guess it was out of gas.
He's the Puma Man. Puma Man. Oh, look at this. I hope this is the next item I can show to everybody.
It was a pair of red, lace-trimmed panties decorated with a large black satin heart.
Some panties.
I guess I had no business reading the note, but I figured it might give me a clue to what Nico was involved in. It was from André Lobineau, the history student Nico had known at college. The letter was sentimental mush, and revealed that the exotic lingerie, as he called it, was a gift from him. It gave his telephone number. Lobineau figured himself as a rival for Nico's affections, but I couldn't believe that that creep was in the running.
Oh, wow. So we're just in here reading notes, looking at photographs, and the house is burning down. Ah! Oh, George.
Inside, I found a bottle of tequila.
Well, that's not gonna help.
Normally, I didn't drink strong spirits, but today was far from normal. Ew. Disgusting.
It was pee
Not
after
only did
all.
the tequila burned like hell, I just managed to stop myself from swallowing the worm.
It was, ew. Puma pee. It was a test.
In the drawer was a small decorated pot.
Oh, that's the door.
There was something short, fleshy, and gross on the carpet.
Ew.
It was the worm from the bottle of tequila.
Oops, no. Alright, well, let's figure out what to do.
I wasn't going to get through those sturdy bars.
Oh, there's bars on the window. No, don't touch the box. Let's look at the fire.
I racked my brains to think of a way to improvise a fire extinguisher. If only I'd stopped for a coffee at the airport.
Alright, we got some lipstick, some panties, this, a worm with evil eyes, and a dart.
It was the poisoned dart which had stung Nico. I'd never known anything keep her quiet so effectively. It was that itsy-bitsy tequila worm. I really must remember to take it out of my pants before I send them to the laundry.
Ew.
The pot contained a key.
Oh.
It looked like a house key.
Oh. Are we just gonna jump over the fire and unlock the door?
The house key didn't fit into the keyhole.
Oh. I guess it wasn't this house key. Or maybe it fits the bars? Let's see. Oh, he doesn't shrug at me anymore. He shrugs at his predicament. Was there something locked? I don't think I can use it here. Oh.
The cabinet was locked.
Oh, that must be what it's for.
The key was way too large to fit into that
Oh.
tiny keyhole.
Oh. What?
As I released the lock, something blew the doors open. That cylinder was hot. I couldn't pick it up with my bare hands. The cabinet was already open.
Ooh, let's pick it up with the panties or the lipstick. Melt the lipstick. Oh.
The panties I'd found in Nico's bag were just what I needed to wrap around the hot cylinder.
Oh yes, we still got the panties.
It was a small metal cylinder with a valve at one end.
Well, do something with it.
No. I'd better think this through. That was no good. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Not such a good idea. Not such a good idea.
Alright, well, we've got a cylinder.
The cabinet was already open.
Yeah, he should be dead by now. The house is gone.
The cylinder gave out a faint hiss as the valve opened. Huh? Now I had one primed up and ready to use extinguisher.
Oh
With
yeah.
one squirt of his soda fountain, our unshakable hero saved the day. Now it was time to start looking for Nico.
Somehow you saved the day. Now we just gotta put on this Aztec belt and fly across the world to find Nico.
I was
Great
going to
work,
burn
Boomer
myself on
Man.
that red-hot doorknob, and it wasn't the time for subtlety. I'd found a piece of newspaper folded in two.
Oh, you know what? I need to change the title.
It referred to a forthcoming eclipse of the sun. Unfortunately, it wouldn't be visible from Europe. The best place to view the eclipse would be Mexico.
Just give me 1 second. Sword, the smoky mirror. Update. Alright, there we go.
It was locked. It was the newspaper clipping referring to the imminent eclipse. Wrapped inside it was another small piece of paper. It was a bank statement for Ubier's account from an automatic telling machine. The last 5 withdrawals were for large amounts, and all made in Marseille.
What? What does that mean? No,
It was locked.
I meant to use the key. Yes!
The house key didn't fit this lock.
This is the weirdest King's Quest I've ever seen. Who's George?
Much as I disliked him, Labano might be my only hope of finding Nico. Hi, Andre?
Who is this?
It's George Stobart, Nico's boyfriend.
Don't you mean ex-boyfriend?
Look, I didn't call you just to pick a fight. I need to talk to you about Nico.
Can't you accept she's just not interested in you?
Listen, Andre, we need to talk. Nico's life depends on it.
Okay. You remember the cafe at Montfaucon?
Sure. Andre? You'd better show, you creep. I felt an irrational urge to wipe my ear.
To wipe his ear? I guess from talking on the phone with him?
The door was locked. I didn't fancy my chances of kicking this door down. I unlocked the door. I wasn't looking forward to meeting Labano again, but he was my only link with Nico.
Wipe his ear with the panties. Oh, the guy's still there.
There was no sign of Labano when I got to the cafe. I decided to order a coffee and wait for him.
I think it at least looks like him.
Pardon me, but don't I know you?
Huh?
You were here the day I found the catacombs.
I was? Ah, yes. I remember you.
Yeah. Are you still in the police force?
No, not anymore. I'm a man of leisure. And what brings you back to Paris?
Nico looks normal here, but she looked like crap in the intro.
My girlfriend.
What it is to be young and in love. Will you share a bottle of wine with me?
Hey, listen, I'd love to, but I need to keep a clear head.
So my company isn't good enough for you.
What? No panties? Who's this? He looks crazy.
Tell me what you make of this note.
From my years of experience, I gained a pretty good insight into handwriting. I'd say that note was written by a compulsive, obsessive type with an Oedipus complex.
Ugh.
Hey, you've got just about everything apart from the ponytail. What do you make of this news cutting?
Orphanage supplied fast food chain?
No, it's the article above that.
Oh! Total eclipse of the sun. Well, that's very dull in comparison. I don't know anything about eclipses.
What do you make of this dart?
Ooh, the music.
I remember a case where the victim was killed with just such a device. The poison acted in seconds, causing his body to swell up like an inflatable life raft.
They've evolved from the Sims music.
Have you ever heard of a Professor Oubier?
No, monsieur. I don't recall the name.
Well, apparently he's an expert on Mayan art and history.
A little out of my field of experience, monsieur. If he'd been a serial killer or a sodomite, I might have been able to help.
He's not an Aztec, he's a Mayan.
Why did you leave the police?
I was forced to retire. The golden handshake. Only in my case, it was more copper than gold.
How come?
I was made a scapegoat to cover up the department's inefficiencies.
Aww. He never found the sewer Jacques. Ooh.
Oh, garçon? He ignored me. I'm sure it was deliberate. I couldn't snatch the man's flask while he was looking.
Did his glass empty just automatically?
The man was still looking. What's that you're drinking?
It's wine.
Well, what kind? Why do I need to steal something off his... Did the music just suddenly stop?
I had nothing else.
Alright.
The man was still looking.
Gurgle, gurgle. Oh, I can go inside.
It was too hot to sit inside the cab. Besides, I might miss Labino. Hey, you.
What?
I'd like a cup of coffee if you don't mind.
When I finish serving this gentleman.
It was too hot to sit inside the cafe. I had nothing else I wanted to ask the gendarme.
Yay!
Un café.
Thanks. Look at this. A poison dart.
Ah oui. Sure.
It's the real thing. Knocked my girlfriend out cold in a matter of seconds.
Romantic. Sounds like a real close relationship you have going.
Do you know that man over there?
I should think so. He's a regular customer.
Have you heard of Professor Oubier?
Oui. He married that actress, the little dachshund. They used to come here. The nutty professor and the movie star.
She's weird. They're both weird looking.
If Oubier's wife was a movie star, how come I never heard of her?
She was big in France. The world doesn't stop at Hollywood. Her stage name was Carol Climax. She died in suspicious circumstances.
Carol Climax.
How did Oubier's wife die?
I heard he shot her.
And got away with it?
He had a good lawyer and a watertight alibi.
Looks like a maniac. Of course he shot her.
Why would an eminent public figure like Oubier risk everything for murder?
He wouldn't be the first, would he? Besides, people like him always get off.
Do you know a guy called André Labino?
Oui, I know him. What of it?
Well, I'm supposed to meet him here. Did I miss him?
No, I have not seen him today.
What does that guy keep pouring out of his flask?
Absinthe.
Absinthe? I thought that was highly dangerous and outlawed in France.
It is. Don't look at me, I didn't sell it to him.
That's all.
Thank you.
Absinthe. There he is. Look on George's face.
Surprise, Georgie. I wouldn't normally call you, but Nico's in trouble, Andre. Deep trouble. You have to help me find her.
What? What have you dragged her into this time?
It was you that recommended Professor Oubier as an expert on Mayan art. Now his butler has kidnapped her, and he tried to kill me.
Every time she gets involved with you, there is trouble. Walking out on her was the best thing you could do.
My father was dying, damn it. I had no choice.
Well, she she soon recovered once she went back to her old friends.
Drop it, Andre. Right now, Nico's in danger, and we have to work together.
So, how can I help?
Nico needed to speak to Ubier about a stone.
Oh, you mean this stone?
So that's what all the trouble's about.
A cell phone cover?
Precisely. Nicole told me to guard it with my life.
Well, it's worth more than that, surely.
Oh, very funny.
What's funny is that your life really is on the line.
What are you talking about?
The stone is a Mayan artifact, dummy, and the guy who kidnapped Nico was from Central America. It was the stone they were after.
Oh my god, you mean I could be in danger too?
I mean, I hope you're in danger too.
Take a look at this, Andre.
It's a bank statement?
Yeah, Professor Ubier's account. 5 large cash withdrawals in the space of 3 days, all from an automatic teller in Marseille. Suspicious, isn't it?
You're even more crazy than you were before.
Look at these panties I found. I guess they're not giving me the panties back.
What can you tell me about this pot?
South or Central American, I'd say. I have a friend who'd be able to tell you more.
Where can I find this guy?
He owns a gallery on the left bank, the Gliese Gallery.
Well, I've got the worm.
What do you think this is, Andre?
I don't know.
I'll give you a clue. It's got more backbone than you.
You think you're amusing, don't you?
Does Ubier employ a guy from Central America?
Maybe. I don't know.
You never been to his house? I thought you guys were pals.
Fellow academics, Georgie. It's not quite the same thing.
Why didn't Nico take the stone to Ubier?
I don't know. Perhaps she suspected something like this would happen.
If she's been hurt, Andre, I'll break every bone in your body.
No, that's typical of you. Do you think I don't care what happens to Nicole?
It occurred to me that slugs don't have bones to break, but I kept that thought to myself. Tell me about your friend Ubier.
He's more of a professional acquaintance than a friend.
I see. So you don't really know him at all.
No, I don't.
What do you suppose the carving on the stone means?
I don't know. I haven't shown it to anyone.
Why don't you just give it to me?
I don't want your death on my conscience, George.
George.
Where did Nico get the stone?
I'm not sure I should tell you.
Oh, you should.
It was something to do with smuggling.
See you later.
Goodbye, Georgie.
Okay, I guess that was it.
I've had enough of your games, Kala. Tell me what you've done with my stone.
I thought your business was simply smuggling cocaine, Karzak. Why are you so interested in that stone?
Either you tell me what I want to know, or Pablo here will make you talk.
Oh, Pablo.
Okay. Well, I figured someone at the university would be able to help. So I had a word with one of my girlfriends, and she told me her boyfriend was a lecturer. I sent the stone to the Department of Ethnology. You know, I figured it was South American, so... You're not buying this, are you?
That's enough. I don't have time to listen to your mindless prattle.
You got a
I'll
tan.
leave you to think it over. Come the morning, you'll be ready to talk.
Yeah, this must be the game where she has a different voice. Actress.
It was too hot to sit inside the cafe.
Alright. So do we have a reason for stealing his absinthe?
You need anything else?
There was nothing I wanted to say to him.
Manly Nico.
The man was still looking. The man was still looking.
When is he not looking? Oh my god, I don't have to do this, do I?
He wouldn't have wanted that.
Okay.
I'm trying to find my girlfriend. She's been kidnapped.
Kidnapped?
Yeah. It was our first day back together after many months.
That's too bad. My God, that's depressing.
I grabbed the flask and was struck by a powerful smell of absinthe, a highly potent and illegal alcoholic drink. Excuse me.
What?
I've been looking forward to seeing my girl, but she wanted to rush off to see some professor.
I see. And you think she's having an affair with this professor?
Look, forget it. It doesn't matter. Ever heard of Carol Climax, the movie star?
Yes, but I don't care for the kind of movie she's made. It's smut like that which has caused the moral decline of the Western world.
Is it true that Carol Climax was murdered by her husband?
Just I heard of it. I thought she just retired.
Do you miss being a gendarme?
Yes, of course I do. When I wore that uniform, I commanded respect. Not anymore.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Leave me alone.
Can I confess that I was the sewer shock?
I had no desire to go down into the sewers.
Can I get up? Is there any point to being here anymore? I've got the panties back.
It was the flask of absinthe I'd borrowed from the gendarme.
Alright.
Now I had another lead. I could either go back to Ubier's house or visit the Glee's gallery.
Let's go to the gallery.
The Glee's gallery had style and class, but very few customers. The wasteland. Too minimalistic for too much money. The pots were protected by a glass case. Rectangles in a desolate landscape. Highly cubist. Spheres in a barren waste. Oh, very profound. I could see a pattern emerging in this artist's work.
I can't imagine just putting shapes on a canvas and calling it art.
The way that guy was gripping the glass, I'd need a wrench to get away from him.
Who's this guy?
Are you Mr. Glees, the owner?
Good God, no.
Then I guess that must be him over there, right?
Your powers of deductive reasoning astound me.
Have you heard of Professor Ubier?
Yes, of course.
I was at his house earlier.
If you're going to drop names, you could at least name one worth dropping.
I thought Ubier was a well-respected man.
Why, his last book was nothing but pseudo-intellectual claptrap. The demented ramblings of a drug-dependent has-been.
Would you give me your opinion on this pot, sir?
Smash it on his head.
Yes. Very rapouche.
Rapouche?
Hideous.
What the hell do you think you're doing? You smashed my pot.
Certainly, it was not only worthless, it was ugly and offensive.
To you, maybe.
Believe me, I was doing you a favor.
What's that you're drinking?
I'm not sure, but I have a suspicion it might be urine. Glees can't expect a favorable criticism of his gallery when he serves this muck.
I wasn't going to waste any more breath talking to that pompous blimp. Maybe I could turn the situation to my advantage, and at the same time, get my revenge. The pot had smashed into too many pieces to retrieve. I I splashed a little absinthe into the glass and hoped he wouldn't notice the change of color.
Did you put something in my drink?
Yeah, I did. Well, what do you think?
Well, it's certainly an improvement over Gleese's wine. In fact, I could grow to like it.
I'd had enough of talking to that slob. Allow me.
Oh. Sorry, dude. Guy was a douche.
I wasn't going to waste my breath on that drunkard. Were those pots very valuable?
The pots are insured, but not the shelving. You've no idea how much that cost me. I hope to God Oubliette has plenty more of these pots at the docks. If not, I'm ruined. Go away.
Did I just totally ruin
Pot
my,
had smashed into too many pieces to retrieve.
you know, finding anything out here? Seems like I just came here and ruined somebody's shop.
I had no possible use for a credit card reader. There was nothing in the case but styrofoam packing, but pasted on the side was the remains of a label.
Okay.
Underneath the logo of a flying bird were the words Condor Transglobal Mars. The rest of the label was missing. It was beginning to make sense. Oubliette had organized Nico's abduction. Oubliette withdrew money from Marseille. Oubliette was connected with Transglobal, who shipped their goods from a warehouse in Marseille. That's how the torn Transglobal label had once read. Marseille, not Mars. It wasn't much of a lead, but it was all I had. I set off immediately to catch the evening train.
Nah, I'm sure the cargo was from Mars. We're going to Mars!
It was almost dawn when I arrived in Marseille. I traced Condor Transglobal to a desolate dockside.
What is this? I think it's smoke. A hut. It's more like a shanty. A puppy.
Ouch! That's hot.
Let's touch it with the panties.
The panties would not have been thick enough to shield this level of heat.
I don't know why, but that sounded funny. Steal the puppy. Come here,
Here,
puppy.
boy. That dog looked like he already had more worms than he needed.
Oops. Sorry, puppy.
He didn't look like a sniffer dog to me.
Gross. Sniff these panties. What did he just do?
Do you know what time it is?
No, I don't wear a watch. As my dad used to say, I'm not into time, man.
Well, you're too early.
Oh, yeah.
I have these very exotic panties.
Take them away, you pervert.
Take a look at this letter.
That's sick. Did you write it?
Oh, no. No, it's a letter from my girlfriend's admirer.
If I was you, I'd smack him in the mouth.
Well, that's not my style, but thanks for the advice. Have you ever seen anything like this before?
No, pal, what is it?
A poison dart used for hunting.
What would you hunt with that? Mice?
No, monkeys and stuff. The tip is dipped in poison.
Hey, what you got against monkeys?
I love monkeys. I was just using them as an example.
Well, don't.
What's cooking?
Beans. You know a man can live on nothing but beans.
Gross.
Not this one.
His face. Ew, is that the beans? Look like kidneys.
Don't you ever get tired of eating beans?
Sure I do. What do you take me for?
And what's the alternative?
Peas. I can't eat them too often, though. They play hell with my digestion.
Have you ever considered changing your diet?
What's wrong with beans and beer?
You need me to tell you? You're pumping out enough methane here to fill a dirigible. Have you ever heard of Professor Oubier?
Me? None of my friends are professors or anything like that.
I'm looking for a young woman.
At the docks? What kind of woman do you have in mind?
You don't understand. It's my girlfriend I'm trying to find.
Well, I ain't seen her. And you should tell her, the docks ain't no place for a young lady. They're dirty and they're dangerous.
I'm certain my girlfriend was brought here when she was abducted.
What? Your girl was kidnapped?
Yeah. Struck down by an Indian with a poisoned dart.
Like the one you showed me?
The very same. I could tell he didn't
An
believe me.
Indian? They're not Indians, George.
Ever heard of Condor Transglobal?
Sure. They have a warehouse here.
Well, could I take a look?
Not until after the holidays. Come back in a month.
I have to make a delivery to Condor Transglobal.
Where's your rig?
About half a mile down the road.
And you walked here? Jeez, are you some kind of nut?
Nah, it was easy. I just put one foot in front of the other. Are you gonna let me make my delivery?
Not without the paperwork. You get the papers, you make your delivery, and I get a fat backhander.
I was getting nowhere with the story about being a trucker.
You told a story about being a trucker?
Do you know what kind of business Condor's involved in?
I'm paid to guard the gate. Their business is none of mine.
Does that dog belong to you?
Nah, he comes with the job. I just feed him every now and then.
More then than now, I'd say. What's the dog's name?
20.
It's unusual for a dog.
It's his registration number. Security dog number 20.
That animal doesn't seem too hot for a guard dog.
No? You haven't seen him in action.
Doesn't look like he has the energy to wag his tail.
Just like my wife. She's like a slug in a coma until she's annoyed. Then, like a tiger with a rat up its ass.
Sweet. What time is it anyhow?
The big hand's on the floor. Why aren't you in bed?
I can explain everything.
Never mind, I ain't that interested.
What time do you open the gates?
7.
Do you mind if I hang out here till the docks open?
Please yourself, but you'll have a long wait. It's Sunday, and tomorrow is the start of the national holiday. Everything is closed for a month.
Well, wouldn't you just know it? I gotta go now, but I'll be back.
Can't win.
Maybe the puppy would like some lipstick. Aw. Anything over here? I don't see anything. Whoa!
What's the big idea?
I don't know. The dog went berserk for no apparent reason.
He's trained to do that. The idea is to deter any would-be intruder.
Oh, I get it. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Just remember, he's a trained attack dog. A killer.
Yes, yes, I'm sure. Ew. What is that?
The stick had a hook on one end. I figured it was a boat hook. For hooking boats.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ranpuma. Hopefully you'll get to come home soon.
The bottle was just out of reach. Nothing was going to get me into that water if I could help it.
The puppy.
I just knew that boat hook would be useful for something. As for the bottle, even if I couldn't find a use for it, I'd cleaned up the dock a little.
Is he sleeping standing up?
Excuse me? Huh? Who's there?
Ew! Oh, ouch! The Puma Man is down for the count. The Pumaman. Guess I can't get the keys.
I couldn't reach the packet. Nope.
Negatory.
I couldn't reach the cup. That isn't it at all.
Hmm. Wait, I thought I lowered it. I thought I lowered the platform.
Didn't I tell you to...
I was nowhere near it. It's that dog.
Hey, mind what you say. He's sensitive to negative criticism.
Aw, poor puppy. See?
My arms weren't long enough.
Yeah, I know that.
It was the beer bottle that slob of a watchman had dumped in the sea, now half full of filthy dock water. The
Oh.
label read, Surge, the beer that clears your head. That isn't it at all.
Oh, we got no more absinthe.
It was the label I'd found in the Glee's gallery. It was Nico's lipstick. It wasn't my color. And it reminded me of clowns.
There's gotta be some reason.
Hey, 20. Hey, 20.
Hmm. 20 is a big softie. Until you get close to the gate. Maybe I can throw the dart.
That wouldn't work.
Oh, come on.
Not such a good
Aw.
idea.
And hello, Blacktails. How are you doing?
Not such a good idea.
Oh, come on. It's a great idea.
I couldn't reach the documents. I couldn't reach the bucket. No, that's wrong.
No.
The bottle was half filled with water. Maybe it would cool the cone down enough to touch it. Now I could see into the pipe which formed the chimney.
Why would you want to look into
That
it?
chimney looked very exposed without its cone.
Aw.
That dog looked like he already had more worms than he needed.
Let's see.
That was...
Yeah.
Do you recognize this metal cone?
Say, that's just like the Tin Man wore. You know, the Wizard of Oz.
I
Yes.
had never taken you for a fan of Dorothy and Toto.
That dumb kid? She ruined the whole damn thing for me, all that singing and stuff. Anyhow, she wasn't even a real kid. They stuffed her in a corset so her titties didn't show.
Okay.
You dropped your beer bottle.
Not me, pal.
Yes, you did. I saw you drop it right in the sea. Don't you know better than to dump your trash in the ocean?
I don't see no fish complaining.
See you later.
Wow. There's gotta be something else I can do up here. I need to get the keys and some dog treats. No. Okay. Box.
It was a packet with a picture of a boxer dog on the front.
Oh.
It was a filthy, stained coffee mug.
Huh. That's kind of strange that you can't see it.
Impaled on a spike were a number of documents.
But unfortunately, you've come right at the end.
It was an old iron stove, which heated the hut and the watchman's dinner.
Did I try talking to the
Hey,
puppy?
20.
Alright. Well, like I said, it's right at the very end. It's time for me to go. I'm very sorry. But I hope you at least enjoyed the 5 minutes that you were here. I'll be back tomorrow night. Oh, I see you're on mobile. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow night. With the same game. And I hope you all have a good evening. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.